Princess Leia, now General Leia Organa, she uses the Force in this movie in a big old way. Talk about some fan service. What did we think about that? What they did with Princess... I'm sorry, she's Princess Leia to me. What they did with Leia, and we'll get to this in a moment, and what we thought of Carrie Fisher's final performance. So let's start with the first part of that. What did you think of Leia finally really throwing down and using the Force? And in that particular scene, Joshua, let's start with you.
That was another jaw-dropping moment because it was so early on in the film that, and yeah, she gets sucked out into space and you think she's dead, and you're like, oh my God, is this her fate? Was this either what they changed because Carrie Fisher passed away and they can't use her anymore, or was this always her story? Was it never a big part in this movie? Oh my God! But then she was alive, and the Force works in mysterious ways, and I think it was really smart. And I love Rian Johnson for this, is that he found a way to have Leia use the Force, as a lot of fans have wanted to see her do, but not in a way we've ever seen before. But it was just like a protective way, and of a sort of a reactive. It wasn't like she actively chose to do that. I think she just was in a moment of need and like reached out to her natural gift and used that to recover. Like I don't even know if she knew she could do that. Like I thought it was almost like a miracle that happened, and so I thought it was great. And a lot of people I know have been wanting to see her do something like that. So I thought this was perfect.
David.
I thought it was a memorable performance because in The Force Awakens, she felt a little bit rusty. I know she's not acting as much as she used to in the past, and it was nice to see her just give this great performance. Also, it's tragic because we won't see her in another one after this, and especially just knowing that her daughter is a part of the film as well. And it's a family. Star Wars is all about family, and whether I have some gripes with the movie or not, I mean, it's been a part of my life since I was a little kid, and so I mean, not having Princess Leia, General Leia around anymore, it's sad. And I thought Carrie Fisher went out on a high note. I think that was her best performance, I think, that she's done in any of the films.
And I think it's due in part to Rian Johnson, again, working with Carrie Fisher, who was an acclaimed writer. If you guys didn't know that, she was a great novelist, and she was incredibly funny. A lot of comedians loved her. She was... And you see that in this performance that she worked with Rian Johnson on her character, and this was a perfect marriage of Leia and Carrie Fisher, and finding that wry humor, that sort of sardonic edge to her a little bit that Princess Leia always had. She could be a smartass from New Hope on, and so to see that at that particular moment in her life was really cool. I love that they didn't just make her general exposition and we're going to sit here and talk about the mission. Like, she had those scenes. I thought they did a little too much of that with her in Force Awakens, and I think that's why she seemed kind of rusty, is she didn't really have much to play in that movie. This one definitely got into the essence of not only of who Leia is, but also like Carrie Fisher was and what she can bring to the role. So I thought it was like this being Luke's best performance. I think this was her best performance. Although, I mean, I still love her in Empire Strikes Back, but I think this was a great kind of send-off for that character. We're not gonna, just so you guys know, we're not gonna get into how are they gonna handle her character in Episode 9. We're gonna do a completely separate thing on that. So we're gonna save that speculation for another day.
Can I say one more thing? When Leia and Luke's Force illusion met, I just started crying, you guys.
Kiss on the head, come on, that was beautiful, yeah.
That was a beautiful moment, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that Leia's character in particular, though, in this one, you get a sense of she is really the only thing keeping the Resistance together. As important as a character like Poe Dameron is, or Admiral Holdo, like Leia is the leader, and we see just how little of the Resistance is left. So it's going to be really interesting to kind of see where the Resistance goes from here. But again, we're going to talk about all that in another thing at another time. Overall, any final thoughts on the handling of Leia in this particular movie? Were you what did you think of the moment where Kylo Ren and her sort of had their almost psychic force kind of bond as he has a chance to blow up her ship and he doesn't take it. What did you think of their kind of moment?
It's just the conflict. They're leaving it open, that we're going to be wondering going into episode 9, like, can Kylo Ren be redeemed? And that's, because he hesitated there. There is humanity left in him. Rey senses the conflict within him, just like Luke did with his father. So there's always that tension there. But again, we're going to have to wait and see how that all turns out.
Check out our review of the film by Joshua Yale here, and check out our explainer piece on the ending of the film and what that means. And of course, as always, be sure to follow and subscribe on whatever platform you like to watch IGN.